Hi there, Anita Dawn from Cell Pilates, and this week I'm looking at whether Pilates exercises are sufficient to strengthen the muscles in the body. Today I'm looking at the squat. We do squats a lot in Pilates, like we do in our everyday life, sitting down and up, sitting on the toilet. So it's important that we have good technique, because if we don't, we could very easily strain our back. When we're leaning forward, we want to be in neutral spine. So in Pilates, we practice the lean forward. We practice a squat with we use the squat to practice the neutral spine. All right, and also the stability of the pelvis. So we sit back into the squat. So my focus here is maintaining that neutral alignment in the spine. Hopefully over time, with doing a lot of Pilates classes, we do it automatically, and then we do it automatically in our everyday life, and we're less likely to strain our back. But we're not really focusing on the muscles in Pilates. And when we strengthen a muscle, we need to focus on it, and we need to make sure that we have a weight. We choose a weight sufficient, whether it's a band, sufficient resistance in order to fatigue those muscles we're working within 8 to 12, maximum 15 repetitions, and work them on a regular basis 2 to 3 times a week. If we leave it for a week, then we lose all the gains that we've been working at previously. So it's continuous. We can't store fitness, we can't store strength, and it's really important that we do work on the benefits from Pilates, the mobility, the stability, and the flexibility, all good. Core strength, fantastic. But also strength training, we need it to keep those muscles strong, and also strong muscles, or working the muscles, then leads to strong bones and prevention or reversal even of osteoporosis. Alrighty, so let's have a look. So we've just looked at doing a squat, so nice, looking at technique, but we're focusing on different things. When we come and do strength training, I'm going to work with some kettlebells today, and I'm going to make sure that I have that good lifting technique when I come down, power through the legs, and I come all the way up. So I want equal weight in both hands. I might have a bar across my shoulders there. In the gym, I do squats on the squat rack, but I don't have that in the studio here. So I've got added resistance here, and I'm going to really focus on the technique. But because I know the good technique, my body knows to be in the right alignment, I can actually focus now on working the glutes. I squeeze through the buttocks as I come up, inhale down all the way up to my neutral position. I am working the quads and the hamstrings as well, but it's mainly working through the glute muscles. All right, so the focus there is, as I mentioned, working the muscles, and that weight there was too light for me, so I know that I would need to take a heavier weight in order to really get those muscles stronger in my glutes. And most people have weak glutes, so they really need working in a strength training environment. And as I mentioned before, that in a Pilates class, the focus is different. You will get baseline strength. Yes, it's an added bonus, an added benefit from doing Pilates. Yeah, you get a full body workout, but it's debatable whether, out there it's debatable whether you actually strengthen your muscles sufficiently to what we need as we get older to keep us strong, to stop us getting injured, to keep us mobile, and to make sure that we maintain our independence as we get older. So the focus changes from when you're coming up towards your 50s and 60s, and then afterwards. And I know that my focus has changed, and what I need for my body is different to what I used to search for before, when I was quite a bit younger. All right, so as I said that those were fairly light, but I just wanted to demonstrate. And if I had a band, then I just need to make sure that I've got sufficient resistance on the band, maybe a thicker band than what you would normally use, to be able to feel that we don't work to maximum. But let me just take these weights again. You want to make sure that when you've done your repetitions, say I'm going for 12 today, that when I've gone to 12, I can still do 2 or 3 more. we never work to maximum unless you're a professional weightlifter, or you're maybe in a one-to-one class. Then we might work a little bit harder, close to max, but not. There's too much chance of injury when we work our muscles to max. So we're working them to about 70% of maximum. So that means that you can still do 2 to 3 more repetitions when you've finished that set. And we would do 1 set is good. Yeah, 2 sets is better. You don't need to do 3 sets. There's no added benefit of doing 3 sets over 2 or 1 over 2. Alrighty, but consistency is key, really key. We need to do it on a regular basis, no matter what it takes. And if you don't have time, just do 1 set. And if you don't feel like it, maybe go to a lighter weight, just to keep those muscles in trim. Okay, so if you've got any questions, get in touch with me. And if you're interested in strength training or Pilates, of course, I have beginners classes, beginners Pilates courses coming up, and I'm also going to be doing a beginners strength training class as well. All right, but you do need to have done the beginners Pilates course first, so that you're going to have much better technique when you're doing strength training, because as soon as you lift a weight, then your technique is so much more important, and it's much easier to get injured when you start lifting weights and adding your resistance to your body above what we normally do in a Pilates class. Okay, so do let me know how you get on. If you've got any questions, then by all means get in touch. Otherwise, good luck.